evening and welcome to Game Time on Your View. Tonight's high school game of the week comes to you from Peoria. The Centennial Coyotes host the Ironwood Eagles in a big 5A Northwest Region matchup. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with three-time Super Bowl champion and former Dallas Cowboy Dale Hellstrait, and it is senior night here at Centennial where the Coyotes are one of the top teams in the state, sitting at number 3 in the most recent Open Division rankings, while Ironwood, they're a team looking to make the postseason as well.
Yeah, they are. It's football weather. Playoffs are right around the corner. You can almost smell them coming.
Now, Ironwood, they're led by their first-year head coach, Chris Rizzo. He's got the Eagles off to a 5-2 start, and if the playoffs started tonight, they would be a number 14 seed in 5A.
And that's awesome. Obviously, it's Rizzo's first year here trying to build a program. Probably the hardest thing to do. You're over here on the west side. You're going up against some traditional powers. Tonight will show where this program's at and where it needs to go.
Now, the player who makes things go for Ironwood offensively is quarterback Will Haskell. The junior can make plays with his arm and his legs.
Yes, he can, and you can see the accuracy tonight. He will make plays no matter what is going on around him. He has offers from Duke, Iowa State, NAU. The first person that Coach Taylor from Centennial mentioned was Will Haskell, said he will make big plays. We've got to keep our rush lane integrity and keep him bottled up.
See the numbers right there for Billy the Kid. Now, you can't tell the West Side story of football in Arizona without talking about Centennial. In the last 13 years, they've won 7 state titles, 4 in the last 5 years, and all of them under their head coach, Richard Taylor.
Yeah, Richard Taylor's just done a fantastic job. We mention every time we come up here year after year, the guy doesn't age. He's an ageless wonder. I guess when you win that much, sometimes that will keep your skin light and tony, but a big game for them tonight.
Now, the leader of Centennial is Jaden Young. The senior strong safety is a 3-year starter and one of the most versatile players in the state.
You're going to see him on both sides of the football, going to carry the ball. He can make tackles, going to run around the field on defense. He's another one of those 3-star recruits, offers from Purdue, Air Force, and Army. A smart kid. Look for him to be around the football a lot tonight.
He is going to be a fun player to watch, no doubt about it. Number 3 right there for Centennial, Jaden Young. All right, when we come back, we'll have the keys to tonight's game and the kickoff between the Ironwood Eagles and Centennial Coyotes. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View is sponsored by Arrowhead Honda. Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools. You can find your car and buy online at arrowheadhonda.com. By Big O Tires, the team you trust. And by Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football teams from around the country on Game Time.
Big O Tires and the D-backs have teamed up to keep you safe and deliver Major League fun. It's the Check Your Air, Score a Pair promotion. Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check, and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games. Proper inflation improves tire performance, slows tire wear, saves gas, and gets you home safe. So remember, check your air, score a pair. Big O Tires and the D-backs, the teams you trust.
Shopping online takes all of the hassle out of buying a car. And thanks to our redesigned website, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has made online car shopping even easier. One click shows you every vehicle for sale in the state. Estimate your payments and find a plan that works for you. Learn everything about the vehicle with a Carfax vehicle history and get the real value for your trade. Then stop by the dealership and pick up your new vehicle. Say hello to the future of car shopping at Larry H. Miller Dealerships. Online at lhmauto.com. Driven by you.
A beautiful evening here in Peoria at Centennial High School as we are getting set for the big matchup between Ironwood and Centennial, 5A Northwest Region Showdown. We'll send it down to the field and the third member of our team, Haley Stasiak. Haley?
Thanks, guys. This Centennial defense has been dominating as of late. Since that loss to number one ranked Mater Dei in early September, the Coyotes have only allowed 28 points, and they're coming off back-to-back shutout wins. When I asked Coach Taylor what's changed with this defense, he said it's boiled down to improving the communication. They went back to the drawing board in practice and got things right with communicating, and in turn, the confidence has gone up, and they're seeing success. Here's tonight's injury report brought to you by Phoenix Children's Hospital. Nationally ranked, locally focused, Xavier Garcia, defensive tackle for Centennial. He is out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Coach Taylor said this is a pretty big blow for the Centennial defense, but we can expect to see Tage Rigby stepping up in Garcia's place. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Well, here are the Larry H. Miller keys to the game. Larry H. Miller, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. Obviously, most coaches are going to tell you, can't turn the ball over, especially if you're Ironwood, the Ironwood Eagles. Play assignment football. Centennial's got to rush their lanes defensively, and obviously Ironwood Reds are going to need to play a perfect game. And then when you have an opportunity with a one-on-one matchup, you've got to win that.
And down on the field, pregame captain's meeting, getting ready for the coin toss. And we got two schools here, Dale. They're not too far apart. So, you know, a lot of these players grew up playing with or against each other, and those games are always interesting. And you see Centennial, they're going to be in their all navy blue uniforms. Pre-game gathering there for the Coyotes. And what can you say about this man right here? Richard Taylor, you know, he picked up his 300th career win a couple of weeks ago. Most of them coming here at Centennial, where he has been the only coach the school has ever had.
And what a program he's built over here on the west side. You see that winning percentage. Won at least 10 games each season. You know, again, a lot of it's due to his coaching staff. You look at some of his assistants who've been around since 1991, 1992. So a lot of continuity. You look at the top programs in the state, look at the assistant coaching ranks and how long they've been around.
He has done a fantastic job, no doubt about it. 79 degrees the temperature as we get set for kickoff. Always nice to come out here to Coyote country.
Well, they always do. You know, you take a look at Centennial, and they're so used to having attention both locally, statewide, and nationally. They do such a good job hosting the crews that come in from various media outlets, and it's always a pleasure to come out here, treat us like kings.
You anyway. You are the Pied Piper when you come walking through here.
Been out here a lot, and you look at the same PA announcer, Mike, as he was probably 30 years ago.
Voice still sounds good, holds up. Dax Lindholm back to receive for the Coyotes. Gabe Guerrero to kick it off for Ironwood. The Eagles 5-2 on the season. Coyotes 6-1, and we are underway. Lindholm with the return for Centennial. Trying to bounce it to the outside. Taking some shots, but finally gets brought down at the 24-yard line. Lindholm, the junior, one of the playmakers for Centennial. And here are the Batteries Plus Bulbs starting lineups. Batteries Plus Bulbs, power up at your neighborhood. Batteries Plus Bulbs, or online at batteriesplus.com.
Going to keep an eye on right guard Raul Aguilar. He's only 6'3", 320 pounds as a sophomore. Coach Taylor said he's got a mean streak.
6'3", 320, and he's a sophomore? The kid's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Down the sideline, taking a big shot is Lindholm. And laying the wood for Ironwood, Elijah Sanders.
just such a big size disparity between these two schools, not only roster-wise, but body type-wise. But Ironwood, keep on wanting to call them Ironwood Ridge, but Ironwood doing a tremendous job here being physical on the kickoff and the first defensive play.
First down on the play, pickup of 10. And it's getting the Wildcat formation for Jaden Young. Big pickup for Jaden Young. Crosses midfield. Touched on the open about how Young is one of the most versatile players in the state, playing both ways for the Coyotes. As we now take a look at the Ironwood defense.
Going to have to tackle when they have the opportunity. Play assignment football and planning to bend, give up yards, but try and get stout when you get down into that red zone.
In last season's matchup between these two schools, it was all Coyotes getting the best of the Eagles, 42-0. Centennial having their way with the Eagles. We got penalty flags before the snap.
Prior to snap, encroachment, defense number 60, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
It's going to bring up first down and 5 now for Centennial. Jonathan Morris leading the charge offensively for Centennial. His second year as a starter, his third year on the varsity.
See that quarterback rating, the over 1,000 yards throwing the football, can also run.
Love to see that touchdown to interception ratio. 11 TDs, just 1 pick. Handoff to Mark Jacob, and there wasn't much room there. Making the stop is Sebastian Fiery Hardiman.
Yeah, Fiery Hardiman, listed at 5'8", 155 pounds, comes up and makes a great open field tackle. Coaches talk about his competitiveness, how he's fearless. He's only a junior, so the Eagles have him for another season.
And Coach Rizzo says Fiery Hardiman, pound for pound, maybe the strongest guy on the team. Second down and 6. With the carry this time for Centennial is Alex Boyle. In on the stop is Manny Tinoco.
Tinoco, a nice sure tackle there. Boyle, 5'10", 150 pounds. All these kids look bigger than their listed weight. We saw that last week. And lower that shoulder and gain a few extra yards. Brings up third down.
Third down and 3. Centennial averaging just under 38 points per game this season. Dylan Miller in motion, but it's going to be a handoff to Young. Young first down and more. Jaden Young came into tonight's game averaging over 6 yards a carry. He's off to a great start here in the opening drive.
So much movement. You linebackers, you have to concentrate on your assignment. Sometimes you get distracted by the motions. Is it going to be fly sweep? Do I take one step the wrong way? They come back against the grain, able to pick up the first down.
2 carries, 34 yards already for Jaden Young. Like Young's going to check out of the game.
When you get him for a legal substitution, 12 men on the field. Well, they're going to get it on Ironwood.
Decided to reverse course there.
Jaden Young, I think, thought it was on him.
He came off with that guilty look. Kind of shrugging the shoulders and arms extended. And we've got more whistles. You mentioned how good Richard Taylor looks. Maybe you can get some beauty tips from Mr. Taylor.
See, I'm thinking there was 12 men on the field for Centennial was the original call, and that's why Young had the look on his face.
Wasn't too sure. Here's our crew for tonight: David Thomas, Danny Hosler, John Jackson, Joe Cazares, Ani Bayardo, Bryce Rude, and Michael Ramirez. Our referees for tonight. So after all that, it is 1st and 15. Empty backfield. Morris finds his man, Dylan Miller, the top receiver for Centennial, one of the top receivers in the state. Miller is committed to play his college ball down south at U of A.
Yeah, 19 catches, 261 yards coming into the game. 4 touchdowns. You see his size there. Nice big target, 6'2", 190 pounds, runs a little curl route. Ball comes out quick. Pick up 10 yards. Now it's 2nd and 5.
Miller, first team region the last 2 years. 3-year starter here at Centennial. Pickup of 10, 2nd down and 5. Haney makes the catch. A juggling catch at that. Eric Haney, the senior.
One of those few Centennial guys who plays both ways. Nice protection up front by that big offensive line. Tips the ball up in the air. A lot of times that can end up with an interception. Tanaka almost had an opportunity to pick that ball off. Fantastic
catch by Haney. Tipping the ball, then able to corral it. Haney is a player that Centennial head coach Richard Taylor speaks very highly of. 1st and 10. Out in the flat. Nice little spin move by James Scott, the sophomore.
Just taking what the defense has given him, dumps the ball off. Ball comes out of Morris's hands very quickly. Nobody out here covering. Number 24, James Scott. This one tackler miss, lowers that shoulder.
Scott's one of those guys, extremely quick and has a powerful lower body. Kind of a similar body build to Zidane Thomas, the former Coyotes running back that was here a couple of years ago. And he's now playing at San Diego State. And Scott with the carry once again inside the 5, but a penalty flag is thrown.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 2nd down.
Well, that's the 6'1", 280-pound left guard, George Router. Big hole over left tackle. Watch this come down here. Love to see that again. I wasn't really looking, but
deep ball to the end zone. Dylan Miller, the intended receiver, over to break it up for Ironwood. Terrific play made by Charlie Wingfield.
I was watching Jonathan Morris throw a bunch of those fade routes in pregame. Boy, he has a really nice touch, but give Wingfield a lot of credit there. Another one of those juniors. Be back for this Eagles defense next year, playing great defense.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 20 for Centennial. This will be the 10th play of the drive for the Coyotes. Morris fires deep toward the end zone. Overthrows everybody. The intended receiver was Lindholm. Incomplete. Will bring up 4th down.
Really nice pocket there for Morris. Looked like Ironwood was going to bring the blitz. Linebackers backed out. They ended up playing coverage, forcing a long field goal attempt from Centennial.
And that'll bring out Joaquin Rodriguez, the senior. He's 2 for 5 on field goals this season, a long of 46. This one will be from 42. Don't see too many kickers, Dale. We're number 62. It's up, and it is no good. No good. So we are still scoreless here at Centennial.
I was going to say, if you made the field goal, nobody cares what number you wear.
As long as you make it. So Chris Rizzo and his Ironwood team able to keep the Coyotes off the scoreboard off the opening drive.
Well, one of those keys, he said, he wanted to bend but not break. Perfect example of that. And the thing you got to remember in high school football, remember, missed field goals, the ball always goes to the 20, as opposed to the NFL, where the ball goes, if you miss a field goal, to where the ball was spotted on the attempted field goal. So it's almost like kicking or punting the ball into the end zone for a touchback.
But at least you're giving yourself an opportunity to get some points on the board. So 7:21 remaining here, opening quarter. And Ironwood trying to get the right personnel out in the field. And we'll see the Ironwood offense for the first time here tonight, led by that man right there, Will Haskell. Pump fake. Haskell tucks it. Bounces off one hit. Finally gets tripped up. And here are the Batteries Plus Bulbs starting lineups. Batteries Plus Bulbs, power up at your neighborhood. Batteries Plus Bulbs, or online at batteriesplus.com.
Center Reed, Vasquez, Little, left guard and left tackle all have great size. Right side of the offensive line a little bit smaller. Be interesting to see how Ironwood attacks this Centennial Coyote defense.
Well, it's a defense that not many teams have been able to attack. They've outscored their last two opponents 99-0. And there is a look at Haskell's numbers on the season. And you mentioned the first name that came out of Richard Taylor's mouth talking about the Eagles was Will Haskell and how dangerous he is. And there he is tucking the ball once again. And he gets brought down by Andy Belmontes as well as Seth Lane as we take a look at that defense.
Yeah, it's interesting. You take a look at that. You got the stats late this week, and the updated stats, I should say. Centennial does a great job of that, but they have a guy named DJ Gleesh who's not even starting. He leaves them with 12 sacks on the year. The rest of them obviously very, very good. You see the numbers that they're giving up this season.
Yeah, those 12 sacks for Gleesh. That also ranks second in all of 5A. 3rd down and 4. In motion is Elijah Sanders, one of the big playmakers for the Eagles. Haskell pump fakes, tucks it again, fighting for the first down. And he's going to come up just short, so he'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's a lethal combination for Centennial. Good pass rush immediately in his face. Nobody's open. He throws that ball. It's going to get knocked down. You got guys fighting up front to try and open up some running room. Brian Smith short of the 30-yard line, so you're going to have to punt it down in your own territory.
Back to punt for Ironwood's Gabe Guerrero, and to return for Centennial, Elijah Brooks. Brooks fields it off the bounce. Nowhere to go and steps out of bounds. And with 4:43 remaining here in the opening quarter, step aside for a quick break. We'll do the Coyotes ball when we come back. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Every patient that I see, they want to get back in the game. We are the leading group in the state that takes care of dedicated pediatric sports medicine patients. I get kids back to doing what they love to do. They want an advantage to get them back, whether that be a week sooner, a day sooner, a month sooner, whatever it is. Going to a place that is pediatric focused will give you that advantage.
Deal Talk. My new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo comes with 100% beef and hickory smoked bacon, plus fries and a drink, all for just the change in your couch.
I found the remote!
Try my new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo.
Each week, Via Luna restaurants and cantinas are proud to honor 2 student athletes, one from each team, with the Via Luna Scholar Athlete of the Game Award. Tonight's honorees are senior defensive end Derek Jodarski from Centennial and junior wide receiver Elijah Sanders from Ironwood. Derek carries a 3.92 GPA, scored a 750 on the math portion of the SAT. He's the FCA president and volunteers at his church. Elijah holds a 3.7 GPA, runs track, and is an African American Scholar Athlete Award winner. Congrats to Derek and Elijah, 2 outstanding Scholar Athletes. Via Luna, proud supporter of Scholar Athletes in Arizona. Senior night here at Centennial. Everybody's fired up.
Well, that first drive for Centennial, Jonathan Morris, 4 of 6 for 28 yards. Jaden Young, 2 rushes, 34 yards.
Boy, Morris, he had a great game last week against Sunny Slope. 16 of 21, 266 through the air, 4 touchdown passes, and he had another one on the ground. The Island Miller in motion, but it's going to be a handoff to Boyle. Boy, Boyle lowering the shoulder. Get it out to the 40-yard line. The pile is still being pushed forward towards midfield. Look at that.
Well, Boyle's 5'10", listed 150 pounds. He's got a low center of gravity. And I guess that old rule, if you can't push the runner forward, that's out at all levels. You see it at college level. You see it at the National Football League. Watch this as he's going to come right into your living room, and then watch his buddies come up from behind him, driving him, pushing him. And one of those guys is Aguilar, the 320-pound sophomore.
James Scott this time, but he's going to get brought down. Tackle is made by Brady O'Quinn.
No, I just talked about Aguilar. He's 320 pounds, remember, and he is a sophomore. Watch him move this big body out here, being an athlete, just down blocking onside, coming out there, obviously some inside penetration, but it's just impressive to see a kid his size able to pull like that.
Aguilar, he's the guy who just wants to get the job done. He's versatile as well. He can play center for the Coyotes. Nice job there by Morris, rolling out and finding Andre Dimbidi, the senior wide receiver.
Well, great play fake to begin with, drawing all those white jerseys in there. Really nice job by Jonathan Morris, rolling out to his right, getting those shoulders turned, going a really accurate pass to Dimbidi.
Dimbidi offers from Arizona Christian in western New Mexico. He's been targeted quite a bit the last few weeks as defenses have been focusing more on Dylan Miller. Pitch. Mark Jacob turns it upfield down the sidelines. Another big pickup for the Coyotes. There's a penalty flag, though, on the ground.
And you see the blue jerseys walking back. Not sure if there's not going to be an illegal block.
Offense number 14, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
And there you have a wide receiver, Dylan Miller, trying to help out with the blocking.
Well, those are the penalties that you can get frustrated a little bit as a coach, but you really don't mind. He's out there trying to block the defensive back, and he's given effort, and sometimes a hand just slips out of there, but it's not one of those pre-snap or post-whistle penalties that will drive coaches crazy.
It's an effort penalty. So now it's going to be first down and 6. Handoff up the middle, and there is nowhere to go. Cameron Little making the stop.
Riddle, 5'11", 270 pounds. Watch the explosion right over here, getting penetration. So they're going to pull. Just tremendous job by the Eagles. Tackle for a loss.
Little, not so little, 5'11", 270. Guy's just a wrecking ball. He anchors that defensive line for Ironwood. Well, catch and release there by Morris to Dimbitty. Dimbitty picking up some yards after the catch. That'll move the chains for Centennial as we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter.
Having a nice first quarter, came in the game with 9 catches, 2 touchdowns. Again, starts with great protection up front. He's going to lower those shoulders, fight for a few extra yards. 6'2", 170 pounds with great length for a receiver.
Ball is spotted at the 25. Young, the lone setback, takes the handoff, nowhere to go. Now he's going to spin around, trying to find some room on the other side. Cuts it back into the middle. Penalty flag is down as Young is back to where he started. Still on his feet. Young in for the score. What a run if it counts.
Yeah, that's not going to count. Somewhere along the line there had to be an illegal block, but my goodness, what an individual effort by Young.
Block in the back, number 23 offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Eli Gamez, I want you to watch over here. Watch the penetration immediately. Now, can't tackle him. Now it's just that individual athletic ability. Continuing to fight, scratch, claw. Boy, as a defender, you don't like this. People have a shot at you from the blind side. A couple big penalties on this Centennial offense.
I think he ran about 100 yards there. He got all the steps in right there in that one play. See the penalties mounting up for Centennial here. 4 of them for 38 yards. Lindholm hauls it in, but the tackle is made by Tinoco. You know, penalties has been a concern this year for Richard Taylor's Coyotes. He said in 3 consecutive weeks they had 15, 16, and then 14 penalties.
Well, they're on their way to get up in double digits again here early in this football game.
Second down and 20.
And the typical Centennial offenses stay ahead of the chains, gain 7 yards, gain 8 yards, gain 3 yards, first down, continue to do that. They're not, I don't think they're usually built for second and 20, second and 25.
They're used to grinding you down. Morris gonna tuck it. Jonathan Morris trying to get to the outside. But there to make the play is Jason Atkinson for Ironwood.
Jason Atkinson on the stop.
Atkinson for the Eagles. This guy's worked really hard on his craft during the summer. He often covers the top wide receiver, but here you can see him make the play and run defense as well.
Well, 6'2", 150 pounds, can run, is fearless.
Also does the long jump and triple jump at Ironwood. It's going to bring up third down and 12. 10 seconds remaining, opening quarter. Morris out to Young. Young's going to get stacked up. And the clock runs out here in the opening quarter at Centennial High School. And it is a defensive battle between the Coyotes and the Eagles. Scoreless as we head to the second quarter between Centennial and Ironwood, a big 5A Northwest Region matchup. Quarter number 2, when we come back, you're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. We're very fortunate to have a comprehensive team here at the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. We have a team of neuropsychologists who can analyze the thinking aspects. We have a psychiatrist who can address the mood problems. And we have neurologists to address those physical symptoms associated with concussion. We also have a team of therapists to address balance issues, vision issues, and thinking issues in a neurological rehabilitation format. If you suspect a concussion in your athlete on the field, immediately remove them. The message, when in doubt, sit them out. Second, it's never too early to go in and see a healthcare professional about this particular injury. Also, tell the teacher, tell others at the school. That way they know how to adapt to the issues that your student is having. For more information about concussion, visit barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools, and they want to support you with your next vehicle. Whether you're a graduate, football mom, or grandparent, they've got the car for you. Visit arrowheadhonda.com. Big O Tires is the team you trust. Get the Big O Tires experience at bigotires.com. And welcome back, everybody, to Centennial High School as we get ready for quarter number 2. And we are scoreless at the moment between Ironwood and Centennial. Let's now send it down to the field for the Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Jimmy John's because sandwich. Haley, who do you have?
Thanks, Chris. I've got Emily down here with me. She's one of 2 senior drum majors for the Coyotes. She's been a part of the band for 4 years. She played clarinet for 3, and this year, her senior year, she gets to be a drum major. She gets a $50 Jimmy John's gift card to their delivery of the game. Emily, what's been your favorite part of being a part of the Pride of the Pack?
My favorite part is definitely just having so many awesome friends and just being able to be silly with them and hang out at the games and just make all these fun memories with them.
Well, congratulations, Emily. You are Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Don't spend it all in one trip. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks so much, Haley. And maybe Emily will make a delivery up here.
I'm still pushing to keep one in the back pocket, so you and I can grab a little bite to eat.
That'd be nice.
End of the first quarter, as Centennial is going to come out here. 18 plays for Centennial, 9 minutes, 22 seconds. Ironwood, 3 plays, 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
And Centennial's going to go for it on 4th down and 5. Young has the first down and more for the Coyotes. And Richard Taylor elects to go for it on 4th and 5, and he gets rewarded by his big senior making the play.
Just so smooth. Very calm, cool, collected. Has some nice blocking out in front of him. Number 40, Jodarsky, the fullback defensive end, leading the way. Able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, you mentioned Jodarsky, the fullback. He's the guy who likes running into linebackers. He's a hard worker. And when the Coyotes played the national power Mater Dei from California earlier this season, Mater Dei's coach said Jodarsky is the best fullback he has seen in the last few years. So 1st and goal from the 3, the 10th play of the drive for Centennial. Morris finds his receiver. Touchdown, Centennial. 3-yard touchdown pass. Morris to Brad Young for the score.
You can run the ball, play action, really sucks the defense up down here inside the 5-yard line. Nice job. Play fake. Coming out of the backfield there, drawing the one defender, had to cover 2 guys. Brad Young, 6'4", 212-pound senior.
Rodriguez for the extra point. It is good. Less than a minute into the second quarter. Centennial goes for it on 4th down, deep in Ironwood territory. Pick up the first down, and then it's Jonathan Morris finding senior tight end Brad Young for the score. Coyotes strike first. We'll be right back.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups on Your View are brought to you by Batteries Plus Bulb Store. Power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulb Store or at batteriesplus.com.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month. Or a 2019 Honda Accord LX CVT for only $139 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Deal Talk. My new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo comes with fries and a drink, all for just the change in your couch. What? Mr. Wigglesworth, I thought we lost you. Kevin, try my new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo.
Young athletes' bodies are a work in progress, and their care requires a different approach. Phoenix Children's Sports Medicine has nationally recognized physicians and therapists who get young athletes back to doing what they love fast. Make an appointment today. Visit phoenixchildrens.org. Rias Air Conditioning and Home Performance. It's time to rethink your AC company. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. Look at Brad Young right there. Here's a look at the Centennial scoring drive brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. 10 plays, 70 yards, 5.5 minutes off the clock. And after the Coyotes convert the 4th down, they're rewarded with the score.
Yeah, really nice job paying that off. But you got to give this Ironwood Eagle defense some credit. Battling on every down. Jonathan Morris, 5 of 5 on that drive. A few of them were just check downs, but nice job moving the football down the field and coming away with 7 points.
Rodriguez to kick it away. This one's going to make its way to the end zone for the touchback, and that's one thing that's been a concern for Richard Taylor is he's been looking for more of those touchbacks off the kickoffs. So he'll be happy to see that.
Well, it's one of those things, if you do have a kicker, he's such a weapon because nothing bad can happen on the kickoff. And as a coach, a head coach, special teams are the things that can really catch up to you. And kickoff returns are one thing that can demoralize you in a hurry.
Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray, Haley Stasiak on the sidelines. 1st and 10 Eagles from the 20. Haskell fires, going down to make the catch. Nate Guzman, senior captain, did a nice job of going down to get it.
Well, really nice job, and Centennial bringing a blitz. Haskell still able to get the ball out of there in a hurry, and positive yards on 1st down. That's what you're looking for through this Eagle offense.
Guzman, he's a terrific soccer player at Ironwood. 3-year starter, defender. Ironwood's got a top-notch soccer program. Let's see if Haskell and company can respond to Centennial's score. 2nd and 7. incomplete. Intended receiver was Fiery Hardiman.
Yeah, Fiery Hardiman. I thought that they had an opportunity here. Centennial changing their coverage. And watch over here. He's going to run a little slam pattern with a lot of space in front of him. If Haskell can get him the ball right there. Boy, you get that ball out in front of him. He's still running.
So a missed opportunity there for the Eagles. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Haskell, good-looking quarterback, 6'3", 200, just a junior. Blitz by the Coyotes, and they get the sack. Finally bringing them down. DJ Gleish.
The spider coming from the offensive left-hand side. He's 6'2", 275 pounds. Coach Taylor says he has these big, long arms. So he's got a little hitch in his giddy-up right now, but that would be his 13th sack of the season.
He had 4 sacks alone against Cienega. 4th down and 9. Guerrero gets the punt away under duress. Elijah Brooks got a penalty flag down. Well, we got penalty flags everywhere now.
I'm going to propose a rule change.
Let's hear it.
Flag goes down on a return for an illegal block. Blow the play dead. Just blow the play dead so there's not anything else that goes on. Let's move on to the next play.
Well, we got a pile of flags at the 45-yard line.
And there's another one.
And there's another one over by Ironwood's bench.
We have two penalties on the play. Block in the back against the return team, number 18. That penalty's declined. Block in the back, return team number 5. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
Okay,
let's see what happens here as the ball bounces and catches the ball. Steps out of bounds right there. You see, really nice job by our camera team. But there's a penalty flag down right now. The play's dead. Why can't you just blow the whistles? Tell me what's wrong with that idea.
There's 2 more flags that come flying in after that hit right there. Then it looked like there's going to be a chicken fight in there.
A little horseback ride.
Look at the total yards here in the game as it's Lindholm getting a big pickup there for Centennial. So the Coyotes with 138 yards of offense for that play, and Ironwood just 8. Now the Coyotes are up to 155 in Ironwood. Just 8 total yards so far.
Well, Lindholm came into the game 34 carries, 331 yards, almost 10 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns. He's only a junior. You can see his explosiveness when he gets around the edge.
Lindholm also part of the track team, went to state in the long jump. And he's going to bounce it to the outside here. And looks like another 1st down or close to it.
Lindholm on the carry. Eli Garnis on the stop.
Yeah, a little misdirection, trying to get you to bite on the first play fake. Break contain, got a bunch of white jerseys running the football. Just got to love the way that they're hustling the ball. Eli Gamaz, the 193-pound senior, number 43, chasing it down.
2nd down and 1. Oh, nice play action there by Morris. Finds Jaden Young. Young's going to get brought down. His knee touch. What a beautiful play fake there by Morris.
Well, you run the ball as well. Centennial does. And it's just natural that play action is going to open things up because those linebackers, their first step is going to be forward. You got to try and get a jump on this offense and that big offensive line, and you don't want them to get a running head start at you.
8.5 minutes remaining first half. Hand off to Lindholm. Big hit, but a big pickup once again for Lindholm. So they go the right side, the left side, now back to the right.
Make you defend the entire field. This defense now has been out there for a really, really long time. A lot of these Ironwood Eagles going both ways, and trust me, playing defense takes a lot more out of you physically than playing offense. You see Bubba Manino facing, chasing after him.
Another pickup of 9. James Scott with the carry this time, and he goes to the left side. Another pickup, big pickup on the ground for the Coyotes. James Scott, the sophomore, nice pickup. Let's go down to Haley on the sidelines.
Yeah, guys, James Scott, only a sophomore, but very in tune, playing like he's an upperclassman. I was watching him down here on the sidelines, and when they went back and reviewed the film, he was right there asking Coach questions. When I asked Coach Taylor about him earlier this week, he said that Scott has waited his turn patiently with 5 other running backs. He's put in the work and earned his spot and some playing time.
Thanks, Haley. And we got a touchdown, Centennial. Eric Haney in the Wildcat formation. And Centennial strikes once again.
Again, you fake fly sweep. Eyes of the linebackers follow the fly sweep. You've got an athlete back there. You're going to see come around. Lead block, follow-up block. Nice job picking his way through that tired defense for the Eagles.
Rodriguez, extra point is good. And with 7:31 remaining here in the first half, Centennial extends their lead to 14-0. Eric Haney from 13 yards out. Coyotes with the lead. We'll be right back right here on Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
I'm Jeffrey Phillips of Phillips Law Group. Too many riders are killed or seriously injured in motorcycle accidents. No matter how skilled or careful a rider you are, a distracted or careless driver can ruin your life in one thoughtless moment. What's worse is that insurance companies protect themselves by trying to limit their liability at your expense. If you need an injury lawyer, remember Phillips Law Group and call 602-222-2222 or look for us online at phillipslaw.com.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Serving up authentic Sonoran-style Mexican food since 1983. Visit Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas. 3 locations around the valley. Valle Luna, proud supporters of scholar athletes in Arizona. Larry H. Miller is proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. As we take a look at the Centennial scoring drive, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. 6 plays, 70 yards, 2 minutes off the clock, and Eric Haney finishing it off.
Well, as we're sitting here with 7 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter, that makes it 12 first downs for Centennial to 0 for Ironwood. And on that last drive, Centennial's offense looking for some big chunk plays. How about this? 17 yards, 9 yards, 9 yards, 9 yards, 13 and 13 to finish it off.
Now Chris Rizzo is hoping his team can find a way to respond. We also want to welcome back our audio extraordinaire in the truck, Bob Pockman. He's been laid up pretty much the whole season for us, and tonight's his first game back. Better late than never.
Well, his lovely wife Beth's up here in the press box with us, saying it's about time he got back. He kind of milked that injury a little bit longer than some of us would have liked.
Yeah, we anticipated him to be back around week 3, week 4. Here we are in week 8.
I don't know why she refers to him as the milkman, but always good to have him back.
Absolutely. Been part of the broadcast for quite some time now, as well as Beth.
It's the kicking team, 5 yards and re-kick.
Richard Taylor, another penalty.
Those are the penalties that will upset you. Those are penalties that you can control.
There it is, 6 for 53 yards. And we're not even midway through the second quarter.
And again, I mean, you work on this because tonight it's probably not going to catch up with them. Maybe not next week, but at some point it will catch up with them.
Especially if they end up in the open division for the playoffs, which they most likely will. And it's going to be a short kick. Handling the kick is Wingfield, and we got another penalty flag down. So the question is, was there a fair catch signal?
15 against blue.
There it is.
Personal foul, kicking team. 15 yards, penalty from the spot, into the run. First down.
Probably could have gotten him for a couple things. It was definitely a late hit. Could have gotten him for helmet to helmet. No matter what's happening, you didn't need to do it.
So there's an extra 15 yards. Now the Eagles are going to start with the ball at midfield.
Well, again, this offense, you've got to get a first down or two. You're not even, in my mind, you're not even thinking of a touchdown right now. You're thinking, let's get a first down. Let's put a drive together.
Last week against Apollo, Haskell threw for 175 yards, 3 touchdowns. He ran for 110 yards as well against the Hawks in Ironwood's victory last week. Haskell's going to keep it up the middle. And he's going to slide a couple yards short of the first down.
It's so difficult on a defense. You got a guy who can torch you. Nice job on the fake fly sweep, and you got a head of steam straight ahead, and you're going full speed, and he can go into that slide. Really nice job on first down.
Yeah, this Coyotes offense, it's going to be tough sledding for Chris Rizzo's team here tonight. Andrew Taylor, a defensive coordinator for Centennial, does a fantastic job running that side of the ball. Catch is made by Nehemiah Lindo. Gets tripped up, though, short of the first down.
Nice catch outside, but what I want you to pay attention to right here, right in the middle. That's Jawan Reed, 5'11", 260-pound center. Blocking man on man, doing a really nice job in the center of that offensive line for Ironwood. He's a guy who makes all the line changes, all the different calls for this offensive line as the game goes along.
3rd and 1. First down for the Eagles. Junior Shima. We have a penalty flag once again.
Well, it seems like any time you get around the edge on either of these defenses, there's going to be a holding call.
Holding. Offense, number 54. 10-yard spot of the foul. Repeat, 3rd down.
Jalen Reed, the brother of Jawan, gets called for the penalty.
Yeah, again, by the absolute letter of the law, you can call that. But I tell you what, I think that officials at all levels, they need to have a seminar on what is holding and what is not holding, because a defender falls down does not make it automatic holding. And it seems like that's what a lot of officials call.
I mean, you could call holding on every play. 3rd and 9. Haskell thought about running, tucks it. Now he's going to get gobbled up by that Centennial defense. And it's going to be Seth Lane making the stop, and got some help from DJ Gleish.
Just nowhere to go with the football. Great coverage down the field for this Coyote defense. Protection was okay to start off with. Haskell kept those eyes downfield, looking for a receiver to come open, just nowhere to go.
Seth Lane leading the Centennial in tackles this season. Had 46 coming into tonight's game. 4th and 12. Snap is over Guerrero's head. Guerrero just falls on it. Boy, big play there. Special teams mistake for Ironwood, and the Coyotes are going to take over from the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Saw some of those Eagles snapping before the game. We're having a little bit of problem with it. You know, there's two sounds as a long snapper you hate to hear. One of them is the double thud, meaning the punter kicked it and it got blocked, and the other is no thud, which means something really bad happened back there.
Did you ever have any of those?
I forget. Short-term memory, Christopher. Short-term.
It's good to have sometimes. Lindholm gets to the corner, cuts it back in. Touchdown, Coyotes. Lindholm with the 15-yard touchdown run. And the Coyotes extend the lead.
Well, you can see how exhausted that Eagle defense is. Been out there basically the entire first half, and this big offensive line leaning on you, running sideline to sideline. They were getting to plays like that earlier in the game. You see some hands on hips and a little dejection and energy leaving the body.
Rodriguez, extra point. It is good. So with 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, Coyotes now lead 21-0.
Fly sweep, nice blocking out in front. Like the receivers downfield blocking for their buddy. Able to sneak into the end zone.
For Lindholm, that is his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. Here's the Centennial scoring drive, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Not sure we can call one play a drive, but they did make it into the end zone, 15 yards out for Lindholm. Lindholm had 3 rushing touchdowns against Apollo a couple of weeks ago. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. Power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus Bulb store or at batteriesplus.com. So after a scoreless opening quarter,
21 points the last 6 minutes and 14 seconds for Centennial.
and another kick that goes into the end zone. So that's 2 in a row for Rodriguez.
Well, again, every time they come out here, you're excited to see Will Haskell. Obviously has a super bright future. You can tell that he's definitely a dual threat, can hurt you with his legs, but he's going to have to complete a pass or two down the field. And that's going to require Sanders or Fiery or Guzman to get open.
Yeah, he came into tonight's game 679 yards on the ground, just under 10 yards a carry. These are size numbers there for tonight. And it is tough sledding against this Centennial defense. Haskell, wide receiver screen, catches made by Sanders, but boy, it's just nothing but a sea of blue over there. And we have another penalty flag.
On the stop, number 57.
Sanders comes up limping.
Hey, you guys.
Not a good sign there for the Eagles.
Was number 17,
and Sanders is going to come out. Sanders leading receiver.
Block in the back, offense number 18. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Sanders, the leading receiver for Ironwood, coming to the sideline to get checked out.
Yeah, again, I don't even want to say anything. I mean, that's not a penalty.
You're not buying it. 1st and 21. Haskell intercepted. Not able to keep his feet is DJ Gleesh, but what an athletic play to come up with the pick. Centennial defense making plays.
Using those long arms to reach the ball, and as you said, really athletic play to make the interception. And then his athleticism left his body about right here. He got so excited to score a touchdown.
He's got that Centennial sideline pumped up. DJ Gleesh, we're used to seeing him sack the quarterback, but he's got some hands on him too.
Well, he read screen. Nice job on Centennial's defensive line. They read the screen. Drop back into the throwing lane.
1st and goal from the 3. Jet sweep. Dylan Miller untouched. Centennial continues to roll here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, what good teams do, they take advantage of mistakes by the opposition. Yeah, the bad snap, but now you're going to see, watch him come around over here. Watch the gargantuan lane there is over here once he gets the ball. Great blocking by that offensive line, just running wide zone. See that Eagle defense not running the football quite as fast as they were in that 1st quarter.
Extra point by Rodriguez is good. Dylan Miller might not get an easier touchdown than that one this season. He'll be heading down to Tucson to play for the Arizona Wildcats next year, as it is senior night here at Centennial.
Yeah, they had a lot of seniors. That's like about a 30-minute pregame ceremony.
I thought they were going to do them in shifts, maybe do some more at halftime.
Talk about a varied attack by Centennial. You see the Big O scoring drive. Another one play, this one time only 3 yards and took 5 seconds. But varied attack, 8 different ball carriers for Centennial. And we still have over 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Centennial is just so deep. Rodriguez gets another one into the end zone. That's 3 in a row for Rodriguez. And let's now take a look at the Open Division rankings. Came out on Tuesday. Now remember, it's the top 8 teams that will make it into the Open Division. Centennial sitting at number 3 at the moment.
Well, and the system's kind of like the quarterback rating system of 153.8 or something, the perfect score. I don't think anybody fully understands it, but looks like they got it pretty right. Be interesting to see how these last couple weeks play out, because some of those teams will be playing each other.
Yeah, in fact, down south, you got Sal Point taking on Canyon Del Oro. So got Campo Verde playing Higley tonight.
Well, with no downfield passing attack to threaten the Centennial defense, they're just walking everybody up on the line of scrimmage and bringing heat on this running game for Ironwood.
Chris Rizzo trying to crack this Centennial defense. There's Eric Haney. He had 3 touchdowns last week's win. Scored him 3 different ways. Rushing TD, caught a touchdown pass, and returned the opening kickoff for a score as well. Trying to get to the outside, but not having a whole lot of luck is Dennis Decker. And we've got another penalty flag.
Well, this is going to be called on Seth Lane, and this is well warranted. Running the guy out of bounds.
Play hit out of bounds, number 40 of the defense. That's going to be 15 yards.
Call it on Eric Odarski.
First down there. Just a little miscue. Let him back in there, but no old Edmonds had to bring in one day. I think it was 19.
Out of bounds. Yeah, there's again, there's a push right there that just doesn't need to happen.
Almost took out our cameraman Jade down there, showing some nice footwork, getting out of the way, all with the camera on his shoulder.
Our great camera crew, Scott, Nips, Garrett, Jimmy, and Jade.
Boy, jet sweep and nowhere to go for Dennis Decker. Flying in to make the stop for Centennial. Devin Sanchez, the junior.
Well, it looked like there's a bunch of senior players out there at the ceremony before the game, but you just continue to see underclassmen make plays for this team and continue to reload year after year.
Sanchez, he's a guy, high IQ. He's become a lot more physical, moving in that linebacker spot. He played safety last year. The game has really slowed down for him. Take a look at some of the signs hanging here at the stadium for senior night. Boy, there is just nowhere to go for Will Haskell. There's Joe Darski there to make the stop.
6'1", 225 pounds. One of those dependable guys on a football team and one of the strongest guys on the team. Play some fullback, play some defensive end as Centennials calling timeout, see if they can't get another score before halftime.
The game time delivery of the game is brought to you by Mitchell Management's Jimmy John's. Whether ordering just one sandwich or catering your entire game time viewing party, Jimmy John's has freaky fast delivery. Jimmy John's, because sandwich. A couple members of the Centennial Spirit line, plenty to smile about here tonight.
I think most Friday nights there's a lot to smile about if you're a Centennial Coyote. And even talking to Coach Taylor before the game about that Mater D game or Mater Day. How do you say that?
Mater Day.
Mater Day. I'm going to Mater D is how it's spelled.
Mater's from Cars, right? Pixar movie.
But they did a number on the Centennial team, and he said, hey, they don't take the foot off the gas pedal at all. And he goes, I didn't have an issue with it. We just have to play better.
He said that game was a great learning experience for the Centennial team as they took on Mater Day, the second game of the year. Haskell rolling out. Sanchez can't make the play. Haskell gets himself out of bounds.
Just a little extra on there, and out comes the...
Yeah, they lost to Mater Dei 71-21. That was back in week 2. But you look at some of the other numbers for Centennial. They have won 23 straight games versus Arizona schools. Their last loss coming the last game of the regular season back in 2017, October 27th, when they lost to Liberty 21-19. But 23 straight wins against Arizona schools. They've won 33 of 36 overall. Brooks with the return. He's going to get dropped at about the 40-yard line. Take a look at Centennial's schedule. After tonight, just 2 more games. They're at Kellis and then at Sunrise Mountain, and then it'll be playoff time.
And Centennial gets ready to snap the ball. Ironwood's longest play from scrimmage is 7 yards. As of right now, Centennial has 17 plays that have traveled over 7 yards.
Sounds good.
2:17 remaining, first half. Boy, beautiful play action once again by Morris as he rolls out, fires down the field, has a receiver, catch is made, Dylan Miller. What a terrific play. Morris to Miller, 33 yards.
Again, play action, rolls out to his left. He's left-handed, makes it a little bit easier. Actually had 2 receivers open. Chose Miller, put some air underneath the ball. Miller patient enough to come down with the football.
Jaden Young now tries to get to the outside, couple of stiff arms, dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Coyotes. Jaden Young from 7 yards out. His second touchdown of the quarter.
See him coming right into your living room, bounces it outside. There's one stiff arm. There's another stiff arm. That is one penalty I would like to see called more, is offensive face masking. Seems like you're allowed to stick your hand in your face if you're a ball carrier or a receiver, but just makes it look so easy, does Jaden Young.
Rodriguez extra point is up and it is good. 1:57 remaining, first half. This time it's Jaden Young from 7 yards out.
And you know, if you're Ironwood, you think you've got defense, you got both A gaps covered. Just can't account for that athletic ability and speed to get to the outside.
$35-0 with 1:57 remaining. Jaden Young, we touched on it off the top. One of the most versatile players in the state. Let's take a look at the Centennial's Big O Tires scoring drive. 2 plays, 60 yards. Capped off by Young's 7-yard touchdown run. His 7th score on the ground this season.
Well, he has a 3.92 GPA. I wonder which teacher gave him a B. See, that's something you never had to worry about.
I would have taken a B. Are you kidding me? I took him wherever I could get him.
3.92 GPA to go along with all that athletic ability.
Got an offer from Purdue out of the Big Ten. And let's go down to the field where Haley's standing by. Take a look again at that Centennial schedule. There's that Mater Dei score, 71-21, but look what they've done to everybody else. Only 2 other times has somebody gotten more than a touchdown on them. Centennials 6-1 on the season. Got the number 3 spot in the Open Division rankings. Nice pickup there by Decker.
Well, Dennis Decker, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Came into the game averaging almost 6.5 yards a carry, and haven't obviously played against a defense like this. Looks like Centennial's trying to go for the jugular here in the first half.
Calling the timeout. They have 1 remaining, 1:51 remaining. Chris Rizzo talking to his troops. Offensively led by Will Haskell. Haskell also plays volleyball at Ironwood. He's a terrific outside hitter. His first year playing volleyball was last season. He's a great leaper. Big hitter for that volleyball team at Ironwood. Well, this week on Your View's High School Football Recruiting Podcast, Over the Middle, Penn State has created one of the most effective recruiting tools in college football. Its annual whiteout game. Tyler Donahue of Lions 247 joins Jeremy to talk about how the incredible atmosphere of the 106,000 people inside of Beaver Stadium decked out in white wows recruits. Jeremy also breaks down the big slate of games on Your View this week, including the Hale versus Edison game that features Nebraska commit Savion Morrison. All that and more on this week's episode of the Over the Middle podcast. Coming out of the timeout, Decker again.
Decker on the carry.
Tackle is made by Alex Boyle.
So Centennial won't have to use their last timeout to stop the clock as you ran out of bounds. I talk about that recruiting. I don't know if you saw it, but the ASU special on HBO came out on Wednesday.
Yeah, how was that?
I did not get to see all of it, just heard highlights. And I tell you what, hard knocks in the NFL, nobody wants to do it. Everybody runs from it. Tell you what, there would be colleges clamoring to do it because it was a tremendous recruiting tool for ASU.
It doesn't hurt when you have Herm Edwards as your mouthpiece for the football team. Haskell in trouble. Pass gets batted down. And it's Boyle once again making the play.
Boyle's been all over the football field.
Haskell, the leader of this Ironwood team, makes good decisions. Very accurate at the short and intermediate ball. But he just has not had much time here tonight.
Well, there haven't been many offensive lines who been able to block the Centennial defensive front for many, many years.
Haskell on the move. Tries to lower the shoulder. But once again, out of bounds. The clock stops. Actually, timeout Centennial.
Well, they had to stop the clock.
Wasn't sure if the clock was going to stop because Haskell went out of bounds.
Now bring up 4th down. Probably be a little bit nervous if you're Ironwood special teams.
Talking about that Coyotes defense, you're looking at what they did last season. They had 5 shutouts. They had a scoreless streak that lasted into 4 games and a quarter. Allowed just 85 points through 14 games. 6 points a game.
Kind of reminds me of the Baltimore Ravens 2000 defense. Year they won the Super Bowl. They went the month of October without allowing a point. And I can vividly remember that because I was still playing. And we didn't score a point in October against them. Always good. Defense travels. You hear about the offense and the stats and all the glitz and glamour, but boy, you have a suffocating defense. Is really, really, really good to travel with.
And Centennial has certainly had that. Seems like each and every season. Guerrero to punt. Operations working fine this time. Gets the nice roll. Ball's going to be marked down at the 41-yard line. So Centennial's going to have excellent field position with 1:19 on the clock. See if Jonathan Morris and company can get some more points on the board before heading into the locker room. Morris was second team all-region last year. Or the National Honor Society here at Centennial. Oh. Little reverse. Flea Flicker and Jaden Young, intended receiver.
A really nice job there by the Eagle defense. Didn't bite on the reverse. Pretty well thrown ball, but just really good coverage down the field by Manny Tinico. Didn't bite on the film. I mean, didn't bite on the fake. Gets his head around. Tinico, a guy who studies film. Coaches say smartest defender on the team.
Now Jaden Young's able to haul this one in. First down, Coyotes. Clock should stop to move the chains, but it does not. Clock continues to run. Morris looking for a receiver. Can't find anybody. Now he releases Dylan Miller, running right into your living room along with our cameraman, Scott Santiago.
What a nice job. Looking to his left, pulls it down, avoids contact. Nice job by Abundis coming back and helping him, finding his probably fifth receiver.
Look at Scott Santiago. Miller, great job of keeping his feet. Gets out of bounds, clock stops.
Well, what great work as our cameramen put their lives in peril on the sidelines to bring those great shots to you at home.
Scotty looks like he's in football shape.
He's not in regulation attire. He said his shirts keep shrinking.
Been shopping at Baby Gap. 2nd and 2. Catch is made. Haney steps out of bounds. First down, Centennial.
You can just see well-coached football teams know where the sideline is, get out of bounds, pick up the first down. I mean, this group looks like it runs hurry-up offense all the time, and it's just made it look really, really smooth. Ian Compus, the offensive coordinator.
Catch is made. The tackle was in bounds. Rashawn Adams with the catch. Clock continues to go. Let's see if they're going to clock it, and they do, with 17 seconds remaining.
Still time enough for 2 to 3 plays. There you get a first down in high school football. The clock stops for the chains to be reset.
So the ball sits at the 11-yard line. Remember, it was a scoreless game after the first quarter. The Coyotes have just been tearing it up here in quarter number 2.
You can't make mistakes against them. You know that coming in. They're going to take advantage of it. Receiver not being covered.
And we got some movement on the line.
Building 900 will be the restrooms right now. Our restrooms we have here have to have some work done on them. So if you can go to building 900, the restrooms there will be available.
Encroachment defense, number 55. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Excuse me, half the distance, third down.
So it's still third down for the Coyotes. Ball is spotted at the 6. Check that, first down with the penalty. First and goal from the 6. Take your pick on that one.
Well, you got the sophomore and you got the junior on the right side. Abundance 318 pounds, Aguilar 320 pounds, and once they get moving a little bit, kind of hard to hide them. Doesn't look like much ever bothers Richard Taylor.
Not when you're winning state championships every year. And now we have another timeout on the field.
Desperately trying to keep Centennial out of the end zone here before the half.
These two schools just a few miles apart from one another as we take a look at the Northwest Region standings. And you got the Coyotes, and then you got the Mustangs of Sunrise Mountain. Those two teams will meet in the regular season finale. Ironwood and Sunny Slope. Damon Pieri does a wonderful job with the Vikings year in and year out. And you got Apollo and Kellis, who quite frankly have seen better days.
We'll start off here with a little presentation.
A lot of students wearing pink.
Centennial Spirit Line.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
You're gonna love this one, I guarantee it. And we'll have a follow for the halftime presentation by our Pride of the Pack marching band.
So here we go. First and goal from the 11. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Eric Haney. Wildcat formation, taking the snap. Scored one touchdown already tonight from this formation. Now he's looking to pass to the end zone. Hauling it in. They're going to give him the touchdown. They give it to him. Andre Dinbitty holds it in. And now the officials are going to gather and talk about it.
Whether it's a catch or not, tremendous effort on his part. Reaches one hand up, good coverage down the field.
Whoa.
That
was number 11, Andre Dinbitty.
Take another look here. Goes up with one hand and pulls it in.
A la OBJ.
Yeah. Tell you what, how about the throw by Eric Haney?
When you can play Wildcat quarterback and you can throw the ball along with that running ability, just another dangerous weapon in the backfield. The reason the whistles blew. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Centennial after the touchdown.
Rodriguez, he's been busy this here second quarter. Knocks it through. 42-0. All 42 points scored here in quarter number 2.
Fake the fly sweep, get an extra blocker out there. Throws off one foot. Pretty good coverage downfield, just better execution. Saw a couple of those Centennial receivers practicing one-handed catches in pregame. Came into play there.
That might be the catch of the season so far that we have seen.
You know, you watch enough football.
Going up the one-handed grab in the back of the end zone. Andre Dinbitty. Yeah, get to that monitor and take another look. Got to check out my work. Great grab there by the senior.
As you mentioned, Arizona Christian, Western New Mexico. A couple schools interested in him. 6'2", 170 pounds with hands like that.
What's not to like?
Back to receive, Dennis Decker, number 2.
So all 6 touchdowns scored by different players here for Centennial in the second quarter.
Hernandez, number 22, checking for the Coyotes, Ian Rodriguez. At the 15.
Decker on the return. Gets thrown out of bounds.
Yeah.
Clocks are at 0. Let's see if there's a penalty flag. Richard Taylor would just like to take his team to the locker room right now.
We're going to have one on time down.
Well, they're going to get another penalty on Centennial, so we get an extra play here. Free play in the first half.
Personal foul. Face mask, number 86 of the kicking team. It'll be 15 yards from the end of the run. We will have an untimed down.
So I guess when you're leading 42-0, you can still crack a little bit of a smile when you're racking up the penalties.
Well, I just don't think his facial expression changes. Up, down, tied, close.
He's a cool customer on the sidelines over there.
Back deep in the coverage, number 12, Sean Adams.
So we got one untimed down. Ironwood from the 46-yard line. Haskell going to take a shot down to the end zone, and it is intercepted, and we have another penalty flag thrown. And on the return, as the Coyotes are pitching the ball, Brooks has it now. Tries to drop it off to Jodarski. Dylan Miller. So Centennial trying to keep this play alive, but we do have a penalty flag down near the goal line. And now we have another penalty flag just thrown.
And we got plenty of flags on that one, but you know what? It's going to happen, but certainly don't try that. But...
So now let's see what the calls are here. So plenty of action on the untimed down here. Chris Rizzo waiting for the call.
And don't go away because our pride of the pack, our spirit.
Plenty to discuss here for the officials.
Giving our seniors a little presentation before the band.
Now we got a call.
Eagle band for coming over tonight. Hope you enjoy the show. You did a great job.
Pass interference against the defense. That's going to be 15 yards from the previous spot. And we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, against the offense, number 19. Replay the down again, untimed.
So we will have our second untimed down.
Maybe we could set a record for untimed downs in a game.
Well, we're on pace.
Oh my goodness, some things just crack me up. I'm watching the official down there. The ball stays where it's
not
started.
going anywhere. Yep.
And yet he jogged 15 yards one way to jog 15 yards back, and they're doing it by the rule book.
So let's do it once again.
In the end zone, Dylan Miller.
Haskell. And that ball gets tipped. And I'm looking for flags on the field. I don't see any.
Well, let's just hope that Will Haskell's okay.
Yes.
He got hit just as he's trying to release the ball. Let's hope his arm's okay as he's kind of limping over to the sideline.
So it is halftime here at Centennial. And the Coyotes with 42 unanswered points as we take a look at Haskell right there.
Yeah, let's hope it's not that shoulder, which looks like he's holding that elbow, shoulder.
Hopefully he's going to be okay. Let's send it down to the field where Haley's standing by with Richard Taylor.
Coach, some heads up playing by your defense there. Is that something you practiced?
We have practiced that before, like towards the end of the game, end of the half. And you just try to keep the ball alive. But I never dreamt we would use it. And so I guess it was good we worked on it.
One of the keys you said to this game was keeping Ironwood quarterback Will Haskell at bay. You have been able to do that. What's going to be the key to doing that in the second half?
We'll have to maybe change a few things up because he's an excellent quarterback. And just have to stay after him because he's an outstanding player.
Your offense has been moving quickly this game. What's going to be the key to keeping the momentum up in the second half?
Well, I think we need to take a look at the film real quick when we go in there and decide what we want to do and then go back and try to execute.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Chris, Dale, back to you.
Thanks so much, Haley and Coach Taylor. And once again, we hope that Will Haskell is okay. You can see he's laboring a bit, but it's been all Centennial here in the first half. 42 unanswered points in the second quarter alone. Coyotes with the big lead. Halftime here at Centennial High School. Step aside for a quick break. Plenty to come right here. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View is sponsored by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. Rias, it's time to rethink your AC company. By Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches, because sandwich. And by Phoenix Children's, nationally ranked, locally focused. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
Hey, Arizona State All-American Juan Roque. How did it feel to be a big part of that magical 96 Sun Devils football team?
It felt a lot like you feel dominating an insurance company like when we shut out Nebraska 19-zip.
On the field or after you're injured, you need a great team to win.
That's why Phillips Law Group is honored to be the exclusive injury lawyers of Sun Devil Athletics.
If you need a winning team after an injury or accident, go to phillipslaw.com or call Phillips Law Group at 602-222-2222.
Or look for us at the game.
This evening brings many people together, fully aligned with one common mission and vision.
The Light the Night event is an opportunity to celebrate survivors, to remember those who have been lost to cancer, and to recommit ourselves to the fight against cancer.
As a cancer survivor, I feel that Light the Night is very important. This event truly gives survivors hope.
When you see these survivors doing this walk, it shows you why you're here and why you need to continue to do better to find that next cure.
Game Time Halftime is brought to you by Barrows. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. Join us all fall long for some of the top high school football from around the country on Game Time. You're watching Game Time on Your View. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. So the protocol return to play actually begins shortly after the injury. While we want to ensure that an athlete does not sustain another head injury, we also want them to engage in physical activity, and in fact exercise can be therapeutic. We don't want them to have worsening of their symptoms, but we want to engage in physical activity. We don't want them to hit their head again, so that we're going to do this in a non-contact way. And some of that is going to be exercise, some of that is going to be sport-related activity, but not competing in a practice or in a full competition. A sideline assessment of concussion involves a number of things. One, the first question we always ask is, tell me exactly what happened. The reason is we're looking to see if there's a gap in memory. If indeed there is a gap in memory, even if they didn't get knocked out, it's an indication of a concussion. Second, we want to know how they felt when there was an impact. Did they feel dizzy? Did they feel dazed? Did they feel confused? Did they have any vision changes or headaches at the time? Those are also indications of a concussion. And then we want to know how they're feeling at that moment. Are they experiencing any headaches or dizziness? Do they have any pain? Are we also looking for other injuries, including injuries to the neck? We will ask them thinking questions, cognitive questions. We will check their balance, check their eye movements, and then make a decision as to whether or not they need to stay out of the game or if they can safely return. But it actually doesn't stop there. Many times we need to reassess the athlete, not just to see if they have new symptoms, but if they have worsening symptoms. And that can occur whether or not we have them go back out onto the field or if we've kept them out. If we have them go back out onto the field because we feel that they've not sustained a concussion, then we need to reassess them to make sure that there are not emerging concussion symptoms. If we've kept them out, we need to reassess them to make sure that they're not getting worse or we have an emergency situation. When I was in sports, I would get a pat on the butt and go right back out on the field, and for many of us parents, that's indeed how we grew up. Things have changed because our students are students first and athletes second, and we want to make sure that when they're in an academic setting, they have all the supports they need at school. We may find they need breaks for headaches. We may find that they need to have open book assignments, or they need to sit at the front of the classroom so that they are better able to pay attention. For more information about concussion and what you can do if you sustain a concussion, visit barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Busy. That's life for you. So while you get to it, we're going nonstop to keep you running. No running around. For new key fobs, plus your neighborhood's largest selection of batteries plus bulbs. Plus, if your phone needs fixing, we do that too. Know how? Right now. That's our specialty. Power up at your local Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com for all your power needs. Yes, all of them.
Come on, Arizona. Let's hit the road to San Chevrolet. San Chevrolet saves you money every day with Arizona's largest selection of new and used trucks and SUVs, outstanding service, and the best prices. Come to Sands and you'll be a Sands fan too.
I'm a Sands fan.
San Chevrolet in Glendale and Surprise, and online at sanchevrolet.com.
This is our National Football Foundation and College Football Hall of Fame Valley of the Sun chapter.
We honor scholar athletes from northern and central Arizona, 188 high schools, and the 6 colleges are represented here.
Ultimately the cream of the crop from an athletic perspective, but in the classroom they're also number 1, number 2 in their class. They're the valedictorian, they're also student council presidents, and these guys are out there in the communities doing just as much as they are on the field as they are in the classroom as well. So it's a pretty even split. They're pretty remarkable young men.
It's a huge honor to just be even mentioned by the NFF. A lot of great players in the state of Arizona, great in the classroom, great on the field, so it's a huge honor.
I think if we can continue to show that we have these great events where we're honoring all of these great kids, we can hopefully expand and offer more help in the future.
Deal Talk. My new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo comes with 100% beef and hickory smoked bacon, plus fries and a drink, all for just the change in your couch.
I found the remote!
Try my new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo.
Welcome to the Barrow Neurological Institute halftime show. Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. I'm Haley Stasiak out here at Centennial High School. The Coyotes are leading the Ironwood Eagles 42-0, and Centennial putting on a show both offensively and defensively. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top games of the week here. We've got playoff positioning in full stride. Saguaro at Marcos Deniza. Jason Mohn's SaberCats are riding a 49-game winning streak against Arizona Schools. Their last loss coming way back in 2015 to Pinnacle. Former Mountain Point assistant Eric Lauer has the Padres on a 4-game winning streak, and senior Joaquin Bayless has been the catalyst. Bayless is averaging over 200 yards rushing per game in the win streak. Marcos Deniza was 3-7 a year ago. Kenyon Del Oro at South Point Catholic. This game features two of the top running backs in the state. South Point's Bijan Robinson is the best back in the state, maybe in the country. He became the first player in big school state history to top 6,000 yards for his career last week. CDO's Stevie Rocker was out the first 5 games, but has come on the past 2 games to help the Dorados stay unbeaten. Higley at Campo Verde. The Knights have righted the ship after 2 losses to open the season. Head coach Eddie Zuby has a balanced offensive attack and the top sackmaster in the state in Jason Harris, who has 14. Campo Verde was off last week and should be ready to roll with junior Caden Calloway averaging nearly 163 yards per game on the ground. Pinnacle at Liberty, the Pioneers can score the ball, averaging 47 points per game behind Michigan commit J.D. Johnson, but the Lions can defend, giving up under 20 points per game. This has developed into a good rivalry with a little nastiness mixed in for good measure. Here are this week's Phillips Law Group primetime players. When you're injured in an accident, call the Phillips Law Group at 602-222-2222. Bijan Robinson, running back out of South Point Catholic. We seem to have Robinson every week, but it's for a good reason. He gained 347 yards on the ground last week in just 16 carries and scored 6 touchdowns in the Lancers' win over Casa Grande. He has 30 touchdowns on the season and should break current Arizona Cardinals Christian Kirk's career state record this week. Joaquin Bayless, quarterback out of Marcos Deniza. Bayless is a senior. He rolled for 196 yards and 5 touchdowns as the Padres defeated Post and Butte for their 4th straight win. Jake Martinelli, quarterback out of Horizon. Martinelli ran for a score in the first overtime and threw the game winner to Avery Lambert in the second to lead the Huskies over Notre Dame, ending the Saints' 32-game regular season winning streak. And lastly, Jalen Early, quarterback from Millennium. Early, the head coach's son, threw for 250 yards and 3 scores and ran for 100 yards and a touchdown as the Tigers beat Verrado 28-25. Lots more action coming your way here from Centennial High School between the Coyotes and the Ironwood Eagles. Keep it right here on Your View, Arizona.
Shopping online takes all of the hassle out of buying a car. And thanks to our redesigned website, Larry H. Miller Dealerships has made online car shopping even easier. One click shows you every vehicle for sale in the state. Estimate your payments and find a plan that works for you. Learn everything about the vehicle with a Carfax vehicle history and get the real value for your trade. Then stop by the dealership and pick up your new vehicle. Say hello to the future of car shopping at Larry H. Miller Dealerships. Online at lhmauto.com. Driven by you.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine. With the magnitude of the surgery, you really get to know these families, and I've been doing it long enough where I've got kids bringing me their kids, which, makes you feel really young. By the first day after surgery, we're getting them up and getting them walking. Fortunately, most kids that come into my office that truly have scoliosis never need surgery. The most rewarding part is when you've changed somebody's life for the better.
This evening brings many people together, fully aligned with one common mission and vision.
The Light the Night event is an opportunity to celebrate survivors, to remember those who have been lost to cancer, and to recommit ourselves to the fight against cancer.
As a cancer survivor, I feel that Light the Night is very important. This event truly gives survivors hope.
When you see these survivors doing this walk, it shows you why you're here and why you need to continue to do better to find that next cure.
It's halftime here at Centennial High School. 5A Northwest Region showdown. And the Centennial 42 second quarter points. And they lead 42-0 here at the half against Ironwood. Time now for the Barrow Neurological Institute halftime highlights and stats. Parents learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Well, Centennial's first drive, first quarter, remember, ended up 0-0. Over 4 minutes. Drive time, no points, and then they get going here. You can see that running attack taking over, and then you got the defense. Quarterback sack led to fourth down, and the bad snap. Great field position. Lindholm makes it look easy getting outside the defense, and by now this defense was getting exhausted.
Then how about DJ Gleish showing the athleticism at the defensive end, making the snag.
Sack in the first half along with the interception. Let's see Dylan Miller.
Stiff arms by Jaden Young.
Jaden Young on a 7-yard TD run, and then the great catch by Dim Beatty. One-handed a la OBJ. Got his feet down to make it 42-0. You see, obviously, the stats there dominated by Centennial. But I tell you what, this is something that they don't get cleaned up. Going to come back to bite them at some point this season.
And the Coyotes defense giving up just 28 yards of total offense for Ironwood in the first half. Step aside for a quick break. Halftime here at Centennial. We'll be right back.
My name is Javier Cardenas. I'm the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center here at Barrow Neurological Institute. We're very fortunate to have a comprehensive team here at the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. We have a team of neuropsychologists who can analyze the thinking aspects. We have a psychiatrist who can address the mood problems. And we have neurologists to address those physical symptoms associated with concussion. We also have a team of therapists to address balance issues, vision issues, and thinking issues in a neurological rehabilitation format. If you suspect a concussion in your athlete on the field, immediately remove them. The message, when in doubt, sit them out. Second, it's never too early to go in and see a healthcare professional about this particular injury. Also, tell the teacher, tell others at the school. That way they know how to adapt to the issues that your student is having. For more information about concussion, visit barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month. Or a 2019 Honda Accord LX CVT for only $139 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Big O Tires and the D-backs have teamed up to keep you safe and deliver Major League fun. It's the Check Your Air, Score a Pair promotion. Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check, and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games. Proper inflation improves tire performance, slows tire wear, saves gas, and gets you home safe. So remember, check your air, score a pair. Big O Tires and the D-backs, the teams you trust.
Deal Talk. My new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo comes with 100% beef and hickory smoked bacon, plus fries and a drink, all for just the change in your couch.
I found the remote!
Try my new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get ready to start the third quarter here at Centennial High School. And all 42 of the Coyotes' points came in the second quarter.
Don't know if I've ever quite seen anything like that in a high school game. I've seen a lot of points scored, seen teams dominate other teams, but to have 42 points in one quarter after a valiant effort by this Chris Rizzo coach team in that first quarter.
Well, let's see what the Eagles were able to do.
Well, let's
at halftime try to regroup.
First of all, let's hope that Will Haskell's okay, the 6'3", 200-pound junior quarterback being recruited by Duke and Iowa State and NAU. Took a shot, and there at the last play of the first half, as he was trying to let go of the football. Looks like Seth Jalovic taking some snaps.
Well, when these two teams met last season, the final score was 42-0, Centennial. That's where we sit right now.
Back deep to receive. Dennis Walker, number 2, and number 22.
Well, Ironwood,
Hernandez.
they made it to the state championship game back in 2002, where they lost to Mountain View. That Eagles team was led by their quarterback, Jason Murrieta. Ended up going up to NAU and had a fantastic career up there for the Lumberjacks. Also played for the Arizona Rattlers in the AFL. Senior night here at Centennial, and it has been all Coyotes. Rodriguez to kick it away, and Decker's just going to let that one roll into the end zone.
Last play, the second untimed down. You can see that right arm gets hit just as he's letting it go. Looking at the elbow or the shoulder, and let's just hope it's a slight sprain and it's precautionary.
And for more on Will Haskell, go down to Haley. And we are going to have a new quarterback, Sebastian Fiery Hardiman. So no Will Haskell. Hope to have an update on him from Haley in just a moment. Fiery Hardiman.
Coming to the outside.
Not much room to work with, just takes it out of bounds. So he goes from wide receiver to quarterback. And let's now go down and catch up with Haley.
Yeah, guys, Will Haskell will not be returning tonight. I asked Coach the extent of the injury, and he couldn't give me any details, but he did say that we will not be seeing Haskell here in the second half.
Well, that is unfortunate news to hear about the junior quarterback, Will Haskell. Second down and 13, and with the 42-point lead for Centennial, we now have a running clock.
Oh, it's always interesting to see every officiating crew runs the running clock a little bit differently. Be interesting to see how this crew runs it.
Are you saying some let it run and some don't?
Some will stop it at every juncture.
They have a different definition of running clock. So it's been 2 runs here for Fiery Hardiman, who moves over from wide receiver now to the quarterback spot. So we're being relayed information that clock will stop for change of possession, as well as for a ball carrier going out of bounds.
But then they restart it.
Flag on the play.
So penalty flag is down and the clock has stopped.
On the stop, Jaden Young. Sorry, Tage Rigby and number 57 on that stop to help that out.
Illegal formation offense. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
So everything was working well for the Coyotes there in the second quarter. Let's see how things go here in the second half. Nice punt there by Guerrero. Elijah Brooks on the return for Centennial. He's going to step out of bounds, and penalty flag comes flying in.
On the return, we have a flag on the play.
Remember, Centennial had 12 penalties in the first half.
Return team number 24. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 1st down.
So there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll take the break as well. All Coyotes here at Centennial.
Come on, Arizona. Let's hit the road to San Chevrolet.
Wheels taking me down to where the big deals play. Go with me to the savings, yeah, I know the way. Find your car or truck here, there's just one plan. Hop on board with me, cause I'm a Sands fan.
San Chevrolet saves you money every day with Arizona's largest selection of new and used trucks and SUVs, outstanding service, and the best prices. Come to Sands and you'll be a Sands fan too.
I'm a Sands fan.
San Chevrolet in Glendale and Surprise, and online at sanchevrolet.com.
What is Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas? We are a true Arizona original, serving carefully prepared, authentic Sonoran-style cuisine since 1983. We are time-honored family recipes using only the freshest ingredients. Good fun, a family place, a gathering place. We are happy faces and happy hours. We are your new favorite neighborhood hangout. Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas.
Arrowhead Honda is supporting our schools, and they want to support you with your next vehicle. Whether you're a graduate, football mom, or grandparent, they've got the car for you. Visit arrowheadhonda.com. Big O Tires is the team you trust. Get the Big O Tires experience at bigotires.com.
Tell you where we go. It's that secret.
Glad to be with us here at Centennial High School. A beautiful night in Peoria. Chris Harris here along with Dale Hellestray, Haley Stasiak down on the sidelines. A little photo op for the Spirit Line on senior night.
Fun celebration here at Centennial High School. Well represented, from the band to the cheer squad to the football team.
And we've got a new quarterback for Centennial who makes the handoff to Mark Jacob. Nice job there by Jacob. The new quarterback for the Coyotes is Joshua Gasca, the junior. And I guess it's just going to be one play for Gasca, and he comes off. And now we got another new quarterback.
Now we've got
Jacob Raid, another junior, now under center. Boyle with the carry.
Well, I think they're going to rotate quarterbacks. Kind of like I remember the Dallas Cowboys doing this back with, I think it was Roger Staubach and Craig Morton.
Yes. Tom Landry's idea.
You see Ian Combus there calling the plays. Everybody getting snaps.
It's good to see Richard Taylor get some of the other guys in there. The comfortable lead, running clock. Gasca
7 hands it off, gets to the outside.
gets it to Jacob Leyva.
Nice run by Leyva there. And, you know, it's always so hard when you're the coach that's winning right here. You've got your second and third team quarterbacks in. You'd like to get them a little game action, maybe throwing a ball or two here, but then that would probably be construed as running up the score. But I know I've been on teams that have been in this position, and you'd rather us try and throw the ball than run the ball because we're much better at that. And it doesn't seem to matter who Centennial puts in offensive line-wise, just another bevy of big dudes.
They got some big boys up front. No doubt about it.
First time I met Richard Taylor, I asked him, is there a different water system out here in the Centennial neighborhood? Because, I mean, seriously, you look at them from left to right. Their starting line, 290, Miles, 280, Router, 240, the little guy at center, Hovatter. Aguilar's 320, Abundis is 318. Oh, by the way, Aguilar's a sophomore, Abundis is a junior.
They are young and they are big. But another part of the program here at Centennial is the weight room. And Andrew Taylor does a great job of running these guys through the program in the weight room. This is a nice run there by Gasca to pick up the first down and move the chains. But these guys spend so much time in the weight room, and it pays off in the trenches.
A lot of backups in. Sometimes you're going to see guys going the wrong way, but just nice reaction by Gasca there. Go up, I can't hand it off. Might as well try and go get the first down myself.
That's when everything's going well for you. And now it's going to be Raid's turn. Raid, part of student council at Centennial.
To the outside comes the Coyotes.
Nice pickup there by Chris Nye.
On the carry, Chris Nye.
Bunch of underclassmen getting snaps.
Samuel Tanaka on the stop.
Well, you look at the Centennial team coming into the game offensively. The keys were no turnovers. They've accomplished that. Block the right guy for the most part. They've accomplished that. And limit penalties. They have not accomplished that.
So you're saying there's something to work on moving forward.
I tell you what, as a coaching staff, sometimes you don't mind that. But this is now, what, the 4th week in a row with multiple penalties.
Yes, double-digit penalties. And it's going to be Gasca again. Tell you what, he's pretty mobile back there. Finds little creases and picking up positive yardage. And now he's going to come to the sidelines as we take another look.
Takes the handoff. Gets forced back inside, tucks that ball away, lowers his shoulder. Runs into big 60 Cameron Little. Talked about him earlier, 500-pound plus squat. Just a wrecking ball in there on this defensive line, but super agile for his size.
Now it's Jacob Raid back in, takes the snap. Ball carrier brought down. For more on Jacob Raid, let's go back down to Haley.
Well, guys, Jacob Raid is one of many Raid family members that have been a part of this Centennial program. Coach Taylor told me that a Raid has been a member of the Coyotes almost from the beginning. He worded it as the Raid family being the first family of Centennial football. He said Jacob would get some snaps tonight if they were ahead. We're going to see him here in the third quarter and in the fourth quarter, but he's got a lot of potential, and he's looking forward to seeing what Raid has in store.
Thanks, Haley. Yeah, both Raid and Gasca getting some snaps here. Under 4 minutes remaining here, third quarter. Pitch left side. Bounces off the turf. And Pedro Valadez Jr. picks it up. 5'5", 140.
Well, he just ducked his head and ran under the Ironwood defender.
But Pedro, he's not drinking the same water out here that the linemen are.
I think they have a special well somewhere here on campus, does Centennial.
Tell you what, that was a very nice hop he got off the turf there. Raid back in. Handles the high snap. Nice pickup here. Pushing for the touchdown. Coyotes score once again. And this time it's Jacob Leyva from 18 yards out.
It's pushed in from behind by number 58, Haseni, 6'1", 250-pound junior. In there getting some reps on the offensive line. Lowered his head, made sure he got the first down.
Leyva now the 7th different Coyote to find the end zone. Spreading the wealth here this evening. Extra point is good. So with 2:58 remaining in the third quarter, the Coyotes strike once again. This time, Jacob Leyva from 18 yards out. Coyotes up big. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Phoenix Children's Medical Moments.
Every patient that I see, they want to get back in the game. We are the leading group in the state that takes care of dedicated pediatric sports medicine patients. I get kids back to doing what they love to do. They want an advantage to get them back, whether that be a week sooner, a day sooner, a month sooner, whatever it is. Going to a place that is pediatric focused will give you that advantage.
Here's what you've been waiting for. Arrowhead Honda's state-of-the-art showroom is now open. We're bigger, better, and ready to deal. Check out these offers.
Lease a 2019 Honda Civic LX Sedan CVT for just $89 a month, or a 2019 Honda CRV LX two-wheel drive for $135 a month.
So come on down and check out our brand new showroom. Find your new car at Arrowhead Honda at Bell Road and the 101.
Young athletes' bodies are a work in progress, and their care requires a different approach. Phoenix Children's Sports Medicine has nationally recognized physicians and therapists who get young athletes back to doing what they love fast. Make an appointment today. Visit phoenixchildrens.org. Rias Air Conditioning and Home Performance. It's time to rethink your AC company. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. It's Jacob Leyva with the 18-yard touchdown runs. We take a look at Centennial's scoring drive, brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Good to see everybody getting in on the action here tonight for Centennial.
Well, that's the thing. These kids are out there doing the same thing that the starters are. They're practicing all summer long. They're going through the two-a-days. They're out there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and getting beat up by these starters for Centennial. And now they get to get out under the lights on a nice cool night. Enjoy the competition.
And another kickoff going to the end zone. That is another thing that Coach Taylor is going to be happy about, because that was a bit of a concern of his coming into tonight.
Well, that's the first one that was about 10 yards off the numbers. Otherwise, every single time, wish I had my golf game was that accurate. Kicking off for like Rodriguez did.
You get your ball to sit like that, though.
Yeah. My driver sits and my pitching wedge runs. Not good.
You want it to go the other way around.
Yeah.
Now Rich Reed's ball, that does everything he asks it to do.
And sometimes more.
Under 3 minutes remaining here, third quarter.
Still watching Juwan Reed inside for this Ironwood team, the center. Knocking people around. 5'11", 260 pounds. He's only a junior, along with Haskell. Both be back next season for this Eagle football team.
And we just hope Haskell will be back this season. For Ironwood, was injured on the last play of the half. Elijah Sanders now at quarterback. Throws it up high, looking for Guzman. Almost comes up with it. Coverage there by Sebastian Beltran.
Upset that he didn't come down with the interception. Pretty good pass protection. Goes up high. Way to battle for the football. Nate Guzman almost came down with it. Beltran almost came down with it.
3rd down and 7. So Sanders moving from wide receiver now to quarterback. Tuck it and try to work his way up the middle. Not much room there. In on the tackle, Abel Sotelo. So it's going to bring up 4th down for Ironwood. Remember the running clock. You have a lead of 42 points or more. That will take effect. And this third quarter has absolutely flown by.
Calling for another player. Then you start getting the substitutes in and your special teams gets messed around with.
Guerrero at the punt. Ball bouncing the wrong way for Ironwood, but there to make the down is Charlie Wingfield. Serving up authentic Sonoran style Mexican food since 1983. Visit Valle Luna Mexican Food and Cantinas. 3 locations around the valley. Valle Luna, proud supporters of scholar athletes in Arizona. Larry H. Miller is proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. And the clock runs out here in the third quarter at Centennial High School. And it is all Coyotes here in the 5A Northwest Region matchup. Coyotes flying high. They lead Ironwood 49-0. We'll be right back.
In Arizona, suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death for our children, ages 10 to 19. But we know that with prevention education, it doesn't have to be that way. We can lower that number just purely by learning what to look for and what to do.
think the greatest thing about the hotline is they're going to talk to another team. So they'll talk to somebody who's just like them, who understands what they're going through because they're going through it too. But on top of that, the hotline is confidential and anonymous. I think it's important for parents to know that they can call the hotline too. So while it is a peer counseling hotline, and if a parent calls, they will talk to a teen counselor, I think sometimes they just need a sounding board as well. So anybody can call Teen Lifeline, and that number is 602-248-TEEN or 602-248-8336. Also, feel free to visit the website at teenlifeline.org.
It's about cars, about why we love them, the roads we drive, and the places we go. Driven tells the stories from the road with a few car buying tips and some advice to keep your car on the road and off the rack. Driven, the drive, the adventure. Sunday at 8 on Your View.
Driven is brought to you by Big 2 Toyota of Chandler. Think big with Big 2 Toyota of Chandler.
Parents, learn the signs and symptoms of concussion at barrowneuro.org/concussion discussion. Power up at your neighborhood Batteries Plus bulb store or at batteriesplus.com. As we're ready to start the fourth quarter here at Centennial, Coyotes, after a scoreless first quarter for both teams, 49 unanswered points. And we now have the running clock. Boyle cuts it upfield. Been impressed with Boyle here tonight.
Been very impressed. He's been showing up since the first quarter, both on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. Boyle's 5'10", listed 150 pounds. Plays a lot bigger than 150 pounds. Those backup offensive linemen in there trying to block wide zone on the fly sweep.
Give some credit to wide receiver Seth Bruzone, making a block out there. Boy, nice cut back inside. Nice run there by Chris Nye. Put that right foot in the ground and cut it back in. Nice pickup.
You see the offensive line. Just watch them come here, blocking wide zone, stick that foot in the ground, get running north and south. Those big bodies, hat on a hat, stick it in the ground, make a guy miss. Nye is only a junior, 5'9", 170 pounds.
Gasca at quarterback. Nice tackle there. In on the play, Andre Lopez. Lopez, he moved from cornerback to linebacker. He's got a nose for the ball. Been a pleasant surprise for this Eagle team this season. Look at that, Dale. 5'5", 125.
Yeah, as you said, moved him up from cornerback and really taken to the linebacker position. Likes to hit people. Not going to let size be a deterrent.
Loss of 2 on the play. Keeping it this time is Jacob Raid. Bring up third down for Centennial as they continue the quarterback shuffle.
See big number 71 in there. Ennis, he's 6'2", 277 pounds. Lost some weight since last year. He's only a junior, 76. Teofilo, he's 6'3", 320 pounds. He's a junior.
They just reload here at Centennial. It's Leyva with the carry this time.
On the stop.
Leyva had the 18-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. That was the only points in the third quarter. Handoff, bouncing it to the outside is Nye. Boy, Nye has done a nice job here in the second half, running the ball for the Coyotes.
Has a nice feel for these wide zone plays.
Downfield block again by Ennis.
Supposed to kind of go up between the guard and the tackles, or penetration, bounces it outside. It's very comfortable running the ball. Still got the white jerseys, running to the football.
So it's going to be first and goal from the 7. As you see Nye's numbers, averaging just under 12 yards a carry. Penalty flag is thrown. Hadn't seen one of those in a while.
It's been a while. I saw a couple defensive linemen for Ironwood there getting penetration. Albert Vasquez, the 5'9", 250-pound senior nose guard.
Offense number 64, 10 yards to the spot of the foul. Repeat first 10.
Going to get Alan Baca, the junior center, 6'1", 275 pounds.
So it's first and goal from the 18. High snap, handled. Not much room there for Valadez Jr.
Tell you what, Manny Tanako still playing hard out there for the Eagles. Been in on a ton of plays, keeping his guys ready to go. You see Andre Lopez, those white jerseys still flying around, playing hard at this juncture in the football game. A lot of guys going both ways for Ironwood, taking up a lot of snaps.
Got to work on the depth there at Ironwood. Gasca, not much going on there. Ironwood's defense making the stop. Want to make sure I got any congratulations to you, Dale. Had some big news over the weekend.
What was that?
You're going to be a grandfather.
Going to be a grandfather. These newfangled reveal parties.
So how'd it go down for your daughter and her husband?
They are very excited to announce they're going to have a baby boy, pushing for the name Dalton Dale.
Is that you pushing for that name?
Of course that's me pushing for it.
Just checking.
But doesn't it sound good? I see Jared nodding his head.
Some good alliteration there.
Last name is Stockwell. Dalton Dale Stockwell sounds very stately.
I like that. I like that. Double D.
31 on the carry, Chris Nye.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Got a nice block from Ned Kennedy.
So how was the reveal? They do the pop the balloon thing, or
they
hit a golf ball, or what did they do?
They had little cannon things that you pushed and shot out blue or pink, and the grandparents got to do it along with Hillary and Scott. So we all found out at the exact same time.
Did yours work properly? Did you shoot out the right color?
It did. Okay. Knowing my luck, mine would have came out blue and pink.
Fourth and goal. And Ironwood's defense comes up with a stop. There's going to be a timeout on the field. 5:23 remaining in the game. We'll take the break as well. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
Tonight's play of the game is brought to you by Rias. It's time to rethink your AC company. Check out yourview.com for more in-depth high school football coverage from around the country.
I'm Jeffrey Phillips of Phillips Law Group. Too many riders are killed or seriously injured in motorcycle accidents. No matter how skilled or careful a rider you are, a distracted or careless driver can ruin your life in one thoughtless moment. What's worse is that insurance companies protect themselves by trying to limit their liability at your expense. If you need an injury lawyer, remember Phillips Law Group and call 602-222-2222 or look for us online at phillipslaw.com.
You're watching Game Time on YourView. For more in-depth coverage of the top players around, recruiting updates, behind-the-scenes access, and more, check out yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody, at Centennial. Coyotes with the 49-0 lead. 5:23 remaining here, fourth quarter. The game time delivery of the game is brought to you by Mitchell Management's Jimmy John's, whether ordering just one sandwich or catering your entire game time viewing party. Jimmy John's has freaky fast delivery. Jimmy John's, because sandwich. Let's now check out tonight's Rias, cool play of the game. Rias, it's time to rethink your AC company.
Great throw and an even better catch. Dimbity with the 11-yard touchdown catch. One-handed, OBJ-like.
Best catch I've seen this season.
Very dramatic. Nice job concentrating, reaching up with one hand. Saw some of these guys practicing those catches pre-game, and it ended up paying off.
You can see why Dimbity's getting some college offers. Ball is loose. And Centennial comes away with it. There is no stopping this Coyotes defense.
Mix up in the backfield, ball's on the ground. We haven't even mentioned Andrew Taylor, the defensive coordinator for Centennial. Been here 17 years. And we talked about the longevity of this staff. Defensive line coach Hal Borhauer, been here since 1991. Andrew Taylor, 17 years. He kind of overhauled the strength and conditioning program and told the kids he's available 365 days of the year to open the weight room if they want to come in here. As you mentioned earlier, these guys over the last 20 years have just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger.
And it's really coincided with when this program really started to move forward. So take a look at the replay.
Yeah, high snap and good penetration. We're talking about the white jerseys still running around and playing hard. And Eli Gamaz getting in there.
Hand off to Valadez Jr.
Valdez on the carry.
Big number 60 there. Cameron Little.
I think he was thinking about doing that old wrestling move.
The suplex.
Kind of picked him up and thought better of it.
Yeah, you're talking about the success of this Centennial program. You know, they've been to the semifinals or better 15 of the last 16 years. The year they didn't, they made it to the quarterfinals.
Well, just the consistency of the excellence.
Touched on it off the top. 7 state titles in the last 13 years. 4 in the last 5.
Well, it's always interesting. You know, people say, well, they should play up. One year that they had the
2015.
They had the 16-team division. Richard Taylor's team just went ahead and won that one.
That was in 2015 they did that.
He looks more concerned right now than he did in the first quarter when it was 0-0. 28th season.
That's amazing. And he was a head coach in Ohio before he came out here. And when he made his way out here, he was actually a defensive coordinator at Peoria High School, where he picked up a couple of state titles before taking over and starting up the Centennial program. And there's going to be a timeout on the field. We'll take the break as well. 2:27 remaining. You're watching Game Time on Your View, Arizona.
My name's Karen Bailey. I've been on Weight Watchers about 8 years now. And this is my husband, Mark Bailey.
The wake-up call pictures.
We saw some pictures of ourselves at New Year's Eve, and we didn't recognize ourselves.
I can't believe I let myself get like that. I can't believe that's me. I was so uncomfortable in my own skin. I was a prisoner in my own body.
It's a reminder every day that I don't want to go back to that image of myself. So we're like, we have to do something.
Thought about it, I always tried doing this on my own, and she convinced me to do Weight Watchers, and ever since then, it is just a fantastic program.
Doing this together as a team is really what it is, and we keep each other honest, and we really are each other's shoulder in the good, the bad, and the ugly. I say join Weight Watchers. It is the best thing that you could do for yourself. You have so much freedom. If you have 100 pounds to lose, 10, 15 pounds to lose, you can do it, and you can work it into your life.
What's up?
What you doing?
I'm watching food.
Try my $3 cheddar bacon loaded curly fries. Get them delivered with DoorDash.
Welcome back, everybody. 49-0 Centennial, 2:22 remaining. Here's tonight's Arrowhead Honda drive of the game. Arrowhead Honda supporting our schools. You can find your car and buy online at arrowheadhonda.com. And it was the high snap for Ironwood that gave Centennial excellent field position, and Dax Lindholm takes care of business on the first play from 15 yards out. And the Coyotes continued to roll. They scored 42 points in that second quarter, and they now lead 49-0. Ironwood's offense back out on the field. Elijah Sanders now in at quarterback. Will Haskell was hurt in the last play of the first half. Has not played at all here in the second half. Plenty of whistles down there, but I don't see any flags. And as the clock continues to wind down, we want to give a special thanks and farewell, if you will, to our producer, Peyton Wigness. This is his last game with us this season before he moves on to his other duties with the Phoenix Suns as their season gets started, regular season next week. So we want to thank him for all he's done this season. Another fantastic job, his second year here with your View team. Always appreciate all the work he does and help him put this broadcast together. So thanks, Peyton.
He said he's looking forward to getting out of here. He's tired of you and I.
I wouldn't blame him.
He said only half of that is true, and that means that you're the one who
he's
really
the one he's getting away
him.
from. Yes. Now, he's done a great job. Appreciate everything he's done.
Kind of run out of time. We didn't get to talk about it during the game, but tackle Jalen Reed for the Ironwood Eagles. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. He's only a sophomore. This is his first year as an offensive lineman. He was a running back. Moved him to offensive line. And I kind of know what that feeling's like in college. I got moved from tight end to offensive tackle, but Coaching staff has said he's taken to it. He's athletic, competitive, bit undersized, but as a sophomore has a bright future ahead of him.
And the clock is winding down, and that will do it here at Centennial High School. And the Coyotes pitch their third straight shutout. They take out the Eagles by a score of 49-0. And the Coyotes have now outscored their last three opponents 148-0.
I consider that pretty dominant effort.
Both teams shaking hands, and let's take a look now at the Valle Luna HAT hustle, attitude, and toughness player of the game tonight, and it is senior Eric Haney. Terrific all-around effort for the senior.
Catches them, throws them, played some defense. Jack of all trades. Runs one in for a touchdown. It's a dynamic threat for the Centennial football team.
Yeah, Haney had 3 touchdowns last week's game. Scored in 3 different ways. And taking you back to last year, Haney had 3 interceptions in the state championship game against Notre Dame, one of which he returned for a touchdown. Just continues to make plays for this Coyotes team. We take a look right now at that junior quarterback, Will Haskell. He's got that right arm in a sling. Let's now go down to the sidelines where Haley's standing by with Coach Richard Taylor of Centennial.
Coach, a 49-0 win. You get your 3rd straight shutout. Earlier this week, we talked about how this defense has really turned things around since early in the season. What did you see out of them tonight that they continue to build on from the past week of practice?
I thought they ran to the ball well. I thought they covered defensively well. And I think we're getting better at our assignments up front. And I think all that together made for a good night defensively.
You got to see some, or your backups got to see some reps tonight. What did you see out of them that was encouraging for you?
I saw them working hard, trying to show coaches that they deserve more playing time. And I saw them having fun.
Both sides of the ball tonight, obviously outstanding effort. What do you need to continue to build upon here in the rest of the season?
Well, I don't think you ever rest. I think you have to look at your film and say, yeah, we did pretty well, but there's no time to pat yourself on the back. We've got to improve offensively, defensively, and special teams.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much, Haley. Congratulations to Centennial. Richard Taylor's team, as they now move to 7-1 on the season. Ironwood falls to 5-3 on the year. Step aside for a break. When we come back, we'll have final highlights and stats from Centennial High School. But the final touches on this one.
Try my $3 steak and parm loaded curly fries. Get them delivered with DoorDash.
If you think it's hot now, think again. We'll be shattering the century mark before you know it. And if your AC isn't ready for the summer, this year, you need to rethink your AC service. Whether you have an AC emergency, are experiencing hot rooms, or high utility bills, or your current system has seen its final days, Rias delivers guaranteed solutions. Call for your free home energy performance evaluation today. Rethink your home's comfort and energy efficiency with Rias, where they always say, it's hard to stop a train. Visit Rias.com.
Big O Tires and the D-backs have teamed up to keep you safe and deliver Major League fun. It's the Check Your Air, Score a Pair promotion. Stop into any participating Big O Tires for a free air pressure check, and you'll receive a voucher for 2 D-backs tickets to select games. Proper inflation improves tire performance, slows tire wear, saves gas, and gets you home safe. So remember, check your air, score a pair. Big O Tires and the D-backs, the teams you trust.
I'm Tim Tonkin of Phillips Law Group. If you've been injured in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident and are hesitant to contact a lawyer, can I share something with you? I've never met anyone who wants to be in a lawsuit. No one wants to go to trial, and the insurance company is counting on just that. Do you know the best way to avoid the courtroom? Hire a lawyer the insurance company knows will go there if they don't do the right thing. Call me at 602-222-2222 or find us online at phillipslaw.com.
Deal Talk. My new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo comes with 100% beef and hickory smoked bacon, plus fries and a drink, all for just the change in your couch.
I found the remote!
Try my new $4.99 BLT cheeseburger combo.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a final here at Centennial High School, and it was all Coyotes as they take down the Ironwood Eagles by a score of 49-0. Let's take a look at the highlights from this one. It was a scoreless first quarter, but then the second quarter, things got going.
Well, as Beth Buckman pointed out, we only had to play one quarter. I think every highlight's going to come from the second quarter. 0-0 in the first. And the second quarter, as you said, things get rolling for both the offense and the defense. We just showed this highlight. Really nice job weaving your way in. And then the last fourth down situation. Snap gives the Centennial offense some great field position, and the Centennial defense holding Ironwood to 36 yards on 27 plays. The interception by Gleesh on the screen pass.
Then you got Dylan Miller basically walks his way into the end zone, and then Jaden Young, you take a stiff arm, you get a stiff arm, he dives for the end zone.
So patient, and you come over here, and as you've said, probably the best catch we've seen on the high school level all season long.
And then the tough break here, last play of the first half. Haskell gets dinged up trying to throw the Hail Mary. It was an untimed down, and his night was over, and we just saw a moment ago him with his right arm in a sling. The Centennial, as Richard Taylor just spoke about with Haley, went to the backups, got some playing time as well, but boy, you look at the numbers here and they pretty much just explain themselves. It was a complete domination by the Coyotes.
Well,
their
again,
third straight shutout.
We've talked about this last 3 weeks, 15, 16, and 14 penalties, another 14 tonight. That's one thing that I know this coaching staff will be harping on the kids. It's always good as a coaching staff to have something to grab your kids' attention as you get ready for another week.
So Centennial, number 3 in the open rankings. So moving forward, what do you see out of the Coyotes playing against the best teams in the state in the postseason?
Well, obviously defense will keep you in every game, and that's something that they have a bunch of, and they can run the football, they can throw the ball a little bit. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with.
Next week, another 5A matchup. We go out to the East Valley this time. It'll be Campo Verde. They were undefeated coming into tonight's game, and they were in the hunt for an open division spot, and they'll be taking on Williams Field. Well, for Haley Stasiak, Dale Hellstray, and our entire Your View broadcast team, I'm Chris Harris, saying so long from Centennial High School, where the Coyotes take care of business against the Ironwood Eagles 49-0. To watch this entire game on replay, you can log on to yourview.com. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Game Time High School football coverage on Your View has been sponsored by Larry H. Miller Dealerships, proud to support Arizona high school football, driven by you. Valle Luna, proud supporter of scholar athletes in Arizona. By Jimmy John's Gourmet Sandwiches, because sandwich. And by Phoenix Children's, nationally ranked, locally focused.